Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Leo, mid-month November. This can be for anyone with Leo in their chart. You can have Leo anywhere in your chart. You can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you are here watching this reading, that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. A few things before I get started. I wanted to say that I do offer personal readings. You can find that information in the description box below or in the About Me section here on my YouTube channel. I have a Instagram and Facebook page that you can follow if you so choose. It's Peach on Earth Tarot at both places. And one other thing that I wanted to mention is that I know that when I do readings, I can talk a bit slower. And I do shuffle until the cards come out, and I know that can sometimes take a bit. And so I've noticed that if you find yourself being a little impatient with the way that I speak or the way that the cards come out, I'm not saying impatient, that's not the right word. Just if it makes you uncomfortable, you have the option of speeding up the playback speed. So you can just hit those three little dots and it'll say playback speed and you can change it. I find that 1.25 or 1.5 even is helpful when I'm watching my own videos back. So if that bothers you, the way if I speak too slowly, then you can go ahead and speed it up there. Okay, Leo, when I was getting into your energy, they were saying that you might be a little bit in your ego. And I know Leo, and no shade whatsoever, I know Leos can tend to be quite confident, but then also they're kind of saying that right now it might feel a little bit like a false confidence, and that's okay to be there, but they were kind of asking you to release that a little bit because, and they said that that you need to play in the water to temper the ego, and so maybe like take a bath or an Epsom salt bath or something. And then they started talking about how you need to pay attention to the way that the water moves around your body. It shapes around you in your true physical form, not the way that you want to be, not the way that you think the world wants you to be, about who you truly are. And it embraces you. It supports you just as you are. It moves around you. And water is very healing. It's about the emotions. And so it's supposed to like help soothe that ego where we feel like we need to be perfect. So I'm really feeling like there might be some body positivity issues where you might feel like there's things that need changing about you, but there's people and or that can support you in an emotional way that just love and accept you for who you are. Now, it did, let me see here, it says, shapes around you, it reflects your true form, not who you want to be or who you are quote-unquote supposed to be. It holds you and accepts you just as you are, soothing the ego. And then they brought up the song Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. I didn't listen to it, so I didn't like really, I don't have any of the lyrics except that I'm in love with the shape of you. And that's kind of like that water, because water does represent emotion. So it's like there's someone or people in your life that are just, they want to love and accept you just as you are. You don't need to be perfect in order to be able to receive love. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting. So let's go ahead and get started with the Architect cards for Leo. What is the message for Leo mid-month November, please, and thank you. Can I have one or two cards for Leo mid-month November? One or two cards for Leo, please. Mid-month November. The cards are acting really strange, like they want to come out but then they go back in. It's almost like I feel like you're second guessing yourself a little bit, like presenting as who you truly are. Warrior. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of cards. Oh my gosh, you guys. But I feel like I'm supposed to take them. Oh, that's so many. Hermit's on the bottom. I don't know if that's really going to play into it because we have so many cards out here. So you might be dealing with or have a lot of Gemini in your chart because Warrior and Gossip were the cards that were out for Gemini. Like, those were the two cards for Gemini. Dilettante. I think that's how you say that word. Dilettante. And Goddess. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go through and read all of the light and shadow attributes of each. And then I'll try to formulate a thought here. So, well, this is interesting. So the Hermit, it says shadow attributes, withdraws from society out of fear of negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. But the withdraws from society out of fear of negative judgments of others, I'm getting that whole, like, not, it's like I'm getting the energy of someone or some of you being scared of society not accepting you as you are. And what's interesting, so light attribute says seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. And I got that bath imagery, like, because usually when we take a bath, we are by ourselves. And so that's what I'm getting with that, where it's like you're scared of negative judgments, but then by secluding yourself in that bathtub and like focusing on the way that the water holds you will help you see. And what I'm seeing here is, the Hermit in the tarot, they're usually holding a lantern and then it has a light in the lantern. And so I feel like this is like a lamp. So that's the lantern. But then also it looks like he's pulling his shirt open and that the light is coming from his chest. And that is like a very Leo energy, even though the Hermit usually represents Virgo. But that's like that inner light is Leo. So I am sensing that about maybe you might be needing to seek some solitude right now, especially like in a meditative way, like do like moon ritual baths and stuff like that. Okay, which I'm not sure when the next full moon is. I know we just had a new moon a couple of days ago, but so shadow attribute, Warrior, trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. Light attribute, strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice and conquering the ego. Conquering the ego. That's what's needing to be done, conquering the ego. Gossip, shadow attributes, thrives on the power of passing private and secret information, betraying confidences. Light attributes, awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. You know what I'm kind of getting with that? It's like if you've been living in your ego, which that was like the first point that they had made, that when we don't love ourselves, we can't really love others. So if we judge ourselves, we're judging others. And so that's what I'm kind of getting there with that. Awakens considerations for the feelings of others, like maybe you weren't doing that before, you were not considering people's feelings, but it's almost like you're being called to awaken. You're being called to really look at how you treat others, because it's a direct reflection of how you truly treat yourself, not on the surface but on the inside, how you treat yourself. Okay, dilettante, shadow attribute, pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Okay, delight and light attribute, delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Oh my goodness, because Leo can really be quite creative, because it has that fire energy, the passion. And And with the whole ego message, when we live in our egos, we can come across as bits of know-it-alls, which is the shadow attribute of the dilettante. But it's asking you to not be superficial in your pursuits. That's that water energy, like you're needing to submerge in the water so you can kind of wash away that superficial patterns, and like just like understand that the water embraces us. It holds us just as we are. We don't have to be anything but who we are in order for the water to embrace us. And then goddess, shadow attribute, exploitation of the female nature and form. It's insane that we're talking about the body and whatnot. And light attribute, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. You don't have to be a feminine to relate to this, but yeah, I feel like these are all things that you might be dealing with right now. And honestly, like absolutely no judgment whatsoever. We are all where we are all the time. We're all healing and suffering and dealing with things, and we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all succeed sometimes, and it's just we are where we are. As long as we don't want to do harm to others, like that's all that matters. Is don't want to harm others, okay? And I think in order to do that, in order to not want to cause harm for others, we have to first embrace ourselves. Okay? Now, I think since there's so many out here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go move on to the True Heart Intuitive Tarot, and I'm going to get one for each card here. Okay, so let's clarify the warrior for Leo, please. The warrior energy for Leo. And to me, these readings that I've been doing this mid-month, November, what it is, it's almost like how we move from the shadow attributes to the light attributes is what's happening. So we're going to get a message for the warrior energy. Victory at any cost. And what we want to move into is conquering the ego. Conquering the ego. Okay, so what is the card for? Oh, there's two cards. Okay. The Seven of Wands, which is about defensiveness. Oh, there's three that came out? Oh my gosh. That's too many. I'm sorry. There's Four of Wands, Ace of Discs, and Five of Swords. So we're going to keep shuffling because I want one for each. That's maybe two, but three is too many. I don't have enough space for that. Oh, okay. Two just came out. Well, they were reversed. So let's keep that in mind because they're reversed. Because I think right now that's where you are, is in the reversed position, because these are two really, really positive cards, but it's almost like if you are in this energy too much, that it can cause some ego issues. Okay, so we have to think about this because the Nine of Discs is like pre-Empress energy. It's like, abundance, like being truly comfortable with who we are. Okay, and knowing that you don't, so the victory at all costs here with the shadow attribute, it's knowing that you don't need to have victory at all costs. That there's plenty of abundance to go around. You don't have to beat others in order to succeed. You don't have to beat others in order to win. And so it's like you need to conquer that ego of like needing to be the best. You have to be number one. And part of that is this Nine of Cups has been everywhere these past couple readings. I know it was in the Gemini reading as well and the Taurus reading. So it's been really prevalent. But it's almost like, to me, I'm going to explain it the same way I explained it in those other two, because this is how it's resonating to me right now. It's almost like this is you. And it's almost like you're living in an egoic state, because it was reversed, right? But you're seeing this portal. This is a portal here. And Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment. It's like ultimate happiness. Reaching the next step is the Ten of Cups, which is about that ultimate fulfillment. So here she's on Earth. She's on the Earth, and Earth is very, very slow moving. It doesn't really go far. And you're in an Earth energy here as well. But right through the portal is water. But then on the other side of the water is the fire energy, which Leo is fire energy. And so it's almost like that water, that bath that I was talking about, like spending time in water, you're needing to really look at who you are as a person and your best attributes. And I mean, even our negative attributes. We need to love and embrace everything about ourselves in order to heal. And that's what it's being called, like that's what you're being called to do. It's like spend that time in the water. Because you have Four of Pentacles on the bottom. That's holding on too tightly. That victory at any cost. Like you're willing to just hold on, and it's almost like screw other people over in order to stay abundant. But that's not true abundance. True abundance is knowing that you and others deserve. You and others. Okay, so let's go ahead and get one card for gossip, please. Shadow is betraying confidences, light attributes, considers the feelings of others, honoring trust. So let's get one card for gossip, please. Gossip, please. And thank you. Yeah, and to me, like, this woman is like beckoning Leo to please come through. Come and spend this time in the water, please. Look at that. The Four of Discs came out with the Fool, Aries energy. This is like Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy is what I'm getting. So it did come out in reverse. I will say that. It came out in reverse. So to me, it's like with this moth and this card, it's almost like I get a spying vibe because it has eyes on it, and I get a spying vibe. And this is like another portal, because inside this door is a completely different, there's flowers and flower pots, and it's like a completely different world than what's here. And it's inside this hill. This is a hill, and you can actually see the sky behind it. So this is like another portal. But you're supposed to come out of this one. I'm saying that because of this Fool energy. And what's interesting is this Fool is see-through. Like, their dress is see-through, but you can't see their body. Just the parts that are exposed you can see. So it's like an illusion. It's almost like with moths, right? They have those eyes on their wings because it's an illusion for their prey, or their predators, I mean. So with this gossip energy, I almost feel like, because it's the shadow attribute, it's almost like maybe I'm getting the sense that you were the predator, preying on other people's sensitive information and like using it against them. But you need to honor the trust and honor their feelings. And spending time in water will do that. It's because it makes you become more aware of feelings. This Fool energy, though. And again, everything can, or not again, because I haven't said it yet, but everything can be vice versa. This can be the way that you're feeling about others towards you, but it just really depends on. But the way that they were saying it in the beginning with the channeled message that I was getting, it was like that Leo is the one, I haven't said anything yet. Leo is the one that's been living a little bit in their ego. So let's see here. Dilettante. Let's get one card for Dilettante, please. Dilettante for Leo, please. Let's clarify Dilettante for Leo. Again, like I said, this could be like a Gemini, like that you're dealing with, or you could have Gemini in your chart. But if you are dealing with another person, I feel like that could be your truth too. Okay, can I have one card for Dilettante, please, for Leo? Dilettante for Leo. There was one that almost wanted to come out, but it like went all the way back in. I couldn't get it. I didn't know which one it was. Temperance. More of that water energy, like the earth to water, earth to water. And temperance is about balance, about figuring out how to, and it's fire and water. Temperance is fire and water. Pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. So it's like, actually, it's just utilizing the knowledge that you do have, because if you see, like, she has this like crown and angel wings, so she has knowledge, and she doesn't need to boast about things that she doesn't actually know about. She knows her true powers and where they lie. And you know, this woman has 4 arms. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 arms she has. I don't know why that's sitting out. The number 5 might be something for you. But delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. I mean, I feel like that's clear of day. We have the King of Discs on the bottom, so it's like almost like if you decide to stop living in the shadow, right, with this pretending like you know more than you do, your abundance will come. It's like you already have abundance, but it's false abundance that you've almost like held on so tightly to. You have to clutch onto, afraid that others will take it from you, or wanting to take it from others, like being envious of others who have more than you. But just know that the world has so much abundance to go around. You don't have to take it from others, and others don't have to take it from you. And if you learn that, if you really delve into the emotional side, the water energy, then you'll get that stability. And the King of Discs he's abundant, but he knows he's abundant, and he knows that he can share his abundance. He doesn't have to hoard it all for himself. He can share it with others, because why does he need it all? And like, that's the flow, that's the natural flow of abundance, is if you hold too tightly onto it, you will be in lack, because when we hold on to things, we think that we are in lack of them, and so therefore we are in lack. But if you let it flow naturally, if you let the abundance come to you and then you let it flow back to others, then that's how you get more abundance. That's how you create more abundance in the world. That's how you create more abundance for yourself. And so you're really, really being asked to really, it's the water. You really, really need to do some water energy healing, I'm getting. So let's look at this goddess. Shadow attribute, exploitation of the female nature or form. And then the light attribute is the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. So how can you express your powers in a healthy way? So let's get one card for Goddess, please, for Leo, mid-month November. One card for Goddess, please. Let's get one card for Goddess. For Leo, mid-month November. You have the King of Discs on the bottom again. And then the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is about burdens, about carrying a lot of burdens. And so I feel like that it's almost what's put you in the state of feeling like of lack, of needing to hold on too tightly, is you could have been through a lot of really difficult situations in life, because this person is also trapped in the middle here. They're trapped in the middle. Hang on. I'm seeing something about this exploitation of the female form. I mean, maybe in your relationships you kind of, I don't know if there's something that you do. But it's almost like it needs to transform. I kind of want to clarify this Ten of Wands. We're going to clarify the Ten of Wands just to see how you let go of the burdens. Like, whatever it is that's holding you in this, like, you're exploiting something. You're exploiting others for your own gain because of wounding, because of your lack mentality. There's some lack mentality, even if you don't admit it to yourself or to anyone else. Deep down there is some form of lack mentality that you're experiencing, and that is not a very Leo energy to be in. Like, Leos are quite confident and whatnot, and they're ruled by the sun, but that can turn shadowy very easily to that ego. And so there's some kind of wounding that is within you that is holding you in these shadow attributes that are but there's like a wounding that needs to be addressed, especially with that water energy. It's like you need to temper it. You need to figure it out. You need to figure out the way that water holds you in your natural form. Like, why does water hold you in your natural form? Like, why does it want to embrace you when you don't necessarily think that it's worth embracing? Okay, so let's clarify this Ten of Wands. Healing that's needing to be taking place, like the wounding. It's just the Star. Yeah, it's exactly what I just said, because the Queen of Rods is Leo energy, the sun. She represents the Leo, especially because this is like a really feminine energy up here. Not saying you have to be a feminine, but it is a feminine energy. But it's exactly what I was saying. There's wounding that needs healing, and it's the earth and the water again. She's pouring one jug onto the earth and one jug into the water. And here she has 1 foot on the earth and 1 foot on the water. So I don't know if I can tell you what it is that needs healing, but you're feeling in lack about something, and water is the answer. It's like you're almost too much in that fire energy that you really, really need to heal it. It really needs healed. So we're going to get some advice for you guys. this is running so long. Okay. Can I have advice for Leo, please, regarding this reading? Can I have advice for Leo? Okay, we do have safe to be seen on the bottom. Safe to be seen as who we truly are, that shape of you. The water embraces you exactly as you are. You don't have to be anything else other than you. Wounded, not wounded, whatever. Discernment. Interesting. The card on the bottom was 11, and this card is 22. And then we have 99 here as well. 99. So let me get the book here. 22. Discernment. Ascended Master Hilarion and Green Chrysophrase. I don't know how to say that, I'm sorry. We bring you the blessing of discernment. There is an expression that all that glitters is not gold. Oh my gosh, that is such a Leo thing. It's like the Leos, they shine and they glitter, but it's like not always what it seems. That's just how they present to the world. That appearances can deceive. This does not mean you must greet the world in all its appearances with suspicion and distrust. It does mean it is wise to trust what you feel and sense happening beneath the surface of the water. Even if that seems to directly oppose what is being said or what many others may believe, the world is filled with opportunities for you to practice sensing truth behind the mask. You will do this most accurately when you allow your instincts and intuition to inform you without rationalizing the information so it matches the superficial appearance of things. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this message right now. If intuition or instinct is niggling at you, which is what's going to happen when you submerge yourself in that water, then it is trying to communicate something. Listen, take your time to feel it for your authentic response. Discernment helps you cut through illusion, manipulation, and deception to get to the heart of the matter at hand. It is the intelligent use of your intuition and instinct that will help you navigate through the multitude of choices available to you every day and choose what best serves your life journey. This is so interesting. So I'm going to read, there's a healing process. There's like several of them, but I just am going to read the affirmation at the very last affirmation. I'm going to say it 3 times for you guys, okay? Because that's what affirmations you're supposed to do. You're supposed to say them 3 times. It is natural for me to discern truth, and I trust in the clarity of my inner, intuitive, instinctual knowing. It is natural for me to discern truth, and I trust in the clarity of my inner, intuitive, instinctual knowing. It is natural for me to discern truth, and I trust in the clarity of my inner, intuitive, instinctual knowing. Okay, Leo, this has been your reading. I hope it was helpful. If it was, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. I thank any of you for being present today, any of your guides that were present, any of my guides that were present from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.